What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sports Syndicate, where data meets dollars. How's everybody doing? God bless you all. I hope your weekends is going great. Me personally, I had to work today, another 10 hours in the ring. But the good thing about working and is good people. So when you work around good people, it really makes the job so much faster. The time that you're there, as well as the camaraderie, that you're getting. It's a lot different when you're working in the office around a whole bunch of women compared to when you're working around a whole bunch of men. That camaraderie is what makes some people come to work. Just come to work just so they can, have somebody to bounce things off of. And speaking of that, the Discord is in the description. It's absolutely free. Join up, have some fun, post your plays, win, lose, or draw. Have some fun, guys. Have some fun. All right, let's get into today's slate. Listen, I know I'm late, but I gotta get home from work. Comfort the wifey, make sure her day was good and the car is okay, and all the little things that us as men we do to make sure that attention is shown. Because anything else that we pay attention to, women, if you listen to this, don't take this personally, but my wife likes to grab my attention. So whenever I'm into something, like if I'm coding real heavy and I'm into it and I'm like writing things down and I'm in the mood, right? She'll do something to grab my attention away from it. I'm like, you distracting me, you breaking my attention, and she's like, so, and she's 100% right. You know what I mean? Like, she come first. She knows she always come first, and no matter what I'm doing, whether I'm whatever it is, I don't know, cleaning up the basement, for example, organizing things, putting things where they're supposed to be, you know, um, that's one thing about a woman, man, and that's a beautiful thing about a woman is, uh, you know, they need attention, 100% attention, and make sure, fellas, that y'all giving y'all woman attention, even when you throwing in your plays and whatnot. Make sure you take that time to make sure that she's first. All right, so always, like they always say, man, put your woman first. That's most importantly. And let's get into the model, guys. That's enough of that. If you want to talk more about that, hit me up in the Discord, man. I've been married for a very long time, so my left hand is heavy. So if you want to know, let me know. All right, let's get into the slate. All right, guys, we got Detroit and the Bucks tonight. All right, Milwaukee at the top. The Detroit Pistons is at the bottom. Let's jump to the next one. I know I'm late. Don't listen. Listen, you got 8 o'clock games. All right, okay. Okay, stop betting so heavy. You got 8 o'clock games. Stop stressing it. All right. I'm not saying that for me. I'm saying that for you. All right. I'm posting it late. You know what I mean? I ain't putting no plays in. Guys, listen. Let me tell you all my structure here. All right. Let me tell you all my structure. So I come on, you know what I mean? Boom, make sure everything's smooth as it should be. Make sure the day is as it should be. And make sure my wife ain't had no hiccups, nobody talking crazy to her. XYZ, XYZ, right? So boom, I get through that. Then when I'm like, all right, now it's time to, jump on the computer. Is it okay if I take some time? You know what I mean? Boom, separate that. Then boom, I'm on here. Now I'm here right now on live with you, like we on the telephone, right? So we going through that. Then after that, right? After that, then I put my plays in because I'm like, I give out these models first, and then I'll go through the model personally. So y'all have more time than I do, really, to post the plays. But while y'all watching the video, I said this during baseball. While y'all watching the video, most likely I'm putting my plays in. All right. A lot of y'all already put y'all plays in. I'm looking in the Discord like they dropping plays already. Like, let me see what he got. Let me see what he got. Let me see what he got. You know what I'm saying? That's the benefit about the Discord. Everybody has somebody to bounce something off of. Like, you can look at somebody's play and be like, I don't like that. I like that. And, you can fade that guy's pick or you can take that guy's pick. Either or, you know what I mean? It's a 50-50 shot any day of the week. You know what I mean? And that's the way I look at sports betting. I don't look at sports betting no other way than it's 50-50. Either I'm right or I'm wrong. All right. So it's not like, oh, this guy didn't do something. Either it was a right call or it could be a right call and still go wrong. It could be a wrong call and still go right. You know what I mean? So it's always 50-50. So they use this analogy about flipping a coin and how many times it would land on heads and how many times it would land on tails, right? And that's a very, very great analogy, you know what I mean, to use the coin flip chance, right? And what would you bet on if heads fell 4 times? Okay, it flipped the coin, and the first 4 times it landed on heads. What would your next bet be? Right, right. That's this what you're seeing in front of you. I also got a comment, and I want to address that before we really dive in, but I'm gonna keep moving because y'all done stared at that long enough. I know Kyrie ain't in there, so don't worry about that. But I am gonna get to the comment if I can remember. Here's that game. You can pause it if you want to go forward. This game, if you want to go forward, that's Brooklyn and the Pelicans. Let's go. That Lakers and Minnesota game. I think. Oh no, that's the Clippers. Clippers in Minnesota. This might be one to play. I might mess with this one. I might mess with that game because I don't know why, guys. I like competitive games. You know, like the easy games, the -23s, and I like the -3, the -4, the -5, the +5s, the +2s. I like those. I like those. I think like I don't know. I think they're easier. But back to the comment. Let's get to the comment, guys. Let's get to the comment. Sacramento, Miami, Washington, and Atlanta. Okay. So in the comment, the guy said it was kind of weird to me because I'm showing you this like this, and the gentleman stated, how do I read this? I'm assuming that you're asking me how do you read this because here, let's go back here because this is probably what you more so referring to. How do you read this? And here, I'll make it more difficult. All right. How do you read this, right? So you asked me, how do I read this, right? Like, I see what I'm seeing, but how do I read this? And it made me think, right? And I'm like, I'm giving it to you like, I'm showing it to you like this, right? So also, before I get into it, please leave a comment again, if you wouldn't mind, and tell me what you would like to see personally, so I can see what you seeing and say, okay, I see what he's seeing. I can work with that, and I might just cater it. Listen, and I'm speaking to you directly. There's other people that have made comments in the past where I have literally changed the UI or the logic based off of their particular comment. So don't feel as if your voice isn't heard or that you can't change things. All right. So it's not a vote. It's a consideration, really. And if I consider it, I'll give you a shout out. I'll give you a total shout out and let you know, yo, this is because of you. And so don't feel like your comments or is misheard. But you asked me, how do I read this? All right. I'm going to make it difficult. All right. So this looks like, what the hell am I looking at? Right. And I get that aspect of it. All right. I get that part. But I never really show this part. But I'm going to just make it more, convoluted for you. So I can show it to you in a convoluted way so that when I open it up, it just makes 100% more sense. All right. And this is for anybody that's new and that's watching this and don't understand, or if you've been watching this and you still was a little misconstrued on what am I looking at. All right. So here, this is your average minutes. All right. See that whole line? And I set it to appear as, for me, growing up as a kid, the multiplication table was just easy for me to understand. All right. I go left, go right. That's, 64. I go down, go right. That's 54. So, it was like easy for me to understand math way more better when I had a multiplication table in front of me. And then when the multiplication table disappeared, it was just like I can mentally visualize it and see it. Okay. So for example, PJ Washington. All right. If you want to know what his lines are that the model's projecting, all right, go down, player. I want to look at PJ Washington. You go over here, points, rebounds, assists, points, rebounds, and assists. All right. Here, 3-pointers. Now you're like, that's too much. So then I put in the slate so you can actually see what PJ is going to do or what any player is going to do. Okay. I also injected this into the model where you can search by a player's name. All right, so let's say we want to look what Norman Powell's going to do tonight. How you spell his name? Powell. All right, apply filters. So now it's going to show you every Powell that the model has last name. If his name is Norman, it'll be available. All right, all this is going to be on a website. I could make it an app, but I don't want to go through the isms and schisms of creating the app because it's just too much extra work where I can just build my website, throw these on the website, and you can play with it like this. All right. I was going to do that for baseball. I don't know, man. My time is just so limited, and I would have to not work, right, for like 3 to 6 months to present it to you, or I would have to I couldn't post any videos. I couldn't, post in a disc. I couldn't do anything. My whole main focus would be put this on the website. So that would exclude anything else, like building a model. I can do that in spare time because I know what I'm doing. I have experience. It's not difficult. It's fun for me. So it's like blah, 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 right? For something like creating the website, that's a whole nother tier. Like I know how to do it, but to implement this as a user for you to play with this is something different. It would probably be better if I just sold the code. You know what I mean? Like here's the code, and then set a whole one-on-one consultation on how to run the code, how to process the code, how to do what you want it to do. Like, for example, if you wanted to export this entire file, I can export anything I want. Anything. I can export first basket leaderboard. Give me that. Save as. Simple, right? Because that's the way I coded it. I code all my models for me. But back to your original question, all right? What I would prefer, since you're not quite aware of what you're looking at here, is to just go by the slate. All right, the slate is giving you everything. Or when I go through the dashboard and I say, okay, here's your top points, right? Here's your top points. Here's your top points, rebounds, and assists. Here's your top field goal 3 made. Here's your rebounds. Here's your assists. When I go through these things so that you could see them individually, then at that point is when you take the time to pause the video and say, okay, or rewind the video. It's not changing anything, any algorithm when you pause it or rewind it. It's not like I'm getting more anything when you pause it or rewind it. I'm doing this for you. So, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, pause it, see what you like or go through it. And then I'm breaking it down by the slate and the players that the model has projected for that slate. So I'm giving you even more opportunity to just say, yo, I'm going to pause this one right here. He just went through that game. Let me pause that. Boom, jump into my book. See what my book got, see what my website I'm paying for is showing me, and then I like that, I don't like that, that looks nice, I don't want to deal with that, that's too high, that's too low, whatever the case is. All right, so how you use it, one, you got to have some skills, you know what I mean? You can't be like on the basketball court and don't know how to, hit the back, you know what I mean, hit a behind the back pass or you know what I mean? Like, you got to know how to dribble a little bit, you know what I mean, to assist. You can't, you know what I mean? So I can assist you, but you got to know how to dribble is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, you got to know how to dribble. You know what I mean? You got to know how to shoot. You got to know this betting game. All right. This is a different tier. All right. Like, for me to sit here and give you plays, I can do that. You will hit some plays. You will lose some plays. But nonetheless, I would give you, I don't want to give you anything. I want you to learn, you know what I mean? Like, find value. Like, that's the whole goal, is for you to find value. So take that opportunity and learn the game first. It's like me with hockey, right? I watch so many videos over the last probably 2 months, 60 days, just learning hockey because I'm coding a model. I don't know nothing about what is a hockey assist? Like, I don't know what a hockey assist is. Okay, I'm assuming, like at the time, I'm assuming, okay, it's the guy who passes the ball to the passes the puck to the guy who scores the goal. Like in my mind, that's what I would think. You see what I'm saying? Or what's the point? What's the point? I don't know what a damn point is in hockey. Like, what's the point? It's not a goal because I know it's opposite of one another. So, you see what I mean? So I took the time to learn the game. So if you don't know betting and you're just looking to find someone who gives you picks like, go with this, go with that, go with this, go with that, and they win or lose, this is not the channel for you. Like I'm being honest with you. This is not the channel for you. I'm not giving you plays. I'm giving you value. I'm giving you a whole bunch of plays, a skew of plays. All right, from every betting category that you can line yourself up with, I'm giving you that. So take that opportunity to learn the game first, and then if Norman Powell gonna get 32 PRA, right? And then I got in the Discord the tracker, so you can see if that player that you want to bet on actually passes that PRA. All right, it's an NBA alert. It tells you any players that reach a certain threshold, 30 points PRA, 25 PRA. So it gives you those increments. So if I got too much going on, I'm taking up too much of your time, but I want to help you, but I can't necessarily help you if you don't know the game. All right, that's what I'm saying. So it's like fishing. I can tell you how to put the hook on the worm, but you got to know how to reel that thing in. You know what I mean? You got a bobber, you got a sinker. What are you fishing for? You see what I'm saying? Are you fishing for catfish over here with them threes? You fishing for them catfish? What you fishing for? You fishing for that trout? Like, I don't know what you fishing for, but our river got it all. All right, let's get into first baskets, man. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Here's y'all top guys, man, for each. This ain't for each team, but if y'all want, it's a short slate. So look, bam. Here you go. I'm not doing that because yesterday I hit 4. And I said yesterday if we get, what I say? I said if we hit 6, we hit 4. So shout out to y'all. It ain't ready yet. But we might run that again next month. But it ain't ready yet. It ain't ready because I said if we hit, but I did start out and I said if we hit 4, and I was like, nah, I'm up it to 6 because that's only fair. Like, I'm like, I know I'm going to hit 4. Like, I know I'm going to hit 4. I don't know if I'm at 6, so let's up it to 6. All right, guys. I still haven't put no bet in. It's like 6:40. Game starting like 30 minutes. This video is going to be out after those videos. After the tip-off probably. But I definitely got y'all tomorrow. I got y'all for NFL. I got y'all for the NFL, and hockey's coming soon, guys. So God bless you all. It's the Sports Syndicate, man. I appreciate every single one of y'all that hit the like button, that hop in the cord, that comment in the cord. Man, y'all know how I feel, man. Y'all know me, man. Y'all know me for 6 months, so y'all know what's going on over here. Oh, we hit a parlay yesterday. We did hit a parlay. So are we at 2? We at 2 now, or we at 1? I don't know. I'm going to just call it 1 because I'm trying to break this 5-day parlay streak. It's been 5 days. And listen, my parlays ain't no BS parlays like minus 300 and minus 300. They ain't. My parlays is plus money parlays every time. And not no plus 100. I'm plus 6, plus 5, plus 1,000. You know what I mean? Like we plus up odds. So if you've been following, Y'all know what it is, man. God bless you all. It's the Sports Syndicate. We out.